Solar looked upon his people and told them to feast upon the fish that he had placed in Jupiter, and if they ever ran low, Solar would come out and save the people of Jupiter. The local page 163. Gather round, children, I will tell like none other, while the rest of your elders tell you stories. I tell the truth. Just over 50 years ago, there was a great ship in our armada that orbited Jupiter, just like we do now. The ship was named the thxs. Now, the thxs left the Citadel to hunt for a herd of Orleans that lived just outside of the great storm of Jupiter. So, the thxs set off, and when they reached the storm, they started hunting. But they noticed something off in the distance. A ship. Now, this wasn't just any ship, it seemed to be an old ship. And when I say old, I mean millions, maybe billions of years old. The ship didn't look like anything this side of the asteroid belt, so the crew of the thxs sent a message over to that mysterious ship, and it seemed to respond with just static. Now, this wasn't no mistake. The static was meant to scare the thxs. It was meant to intimidate our great fishermen. But we are stubborn bastards, so they did not move. The ships just stared at each other for minutes on end. Then the thxs went back to fishing, right before the thxs caught the matriarch of the herd. That mystery ship fired what seemed to be a giant chain, and it hit our great ship. So the thxs fired back, but that ship just seemed to teleport out of the way, and then it fired again, missing its second attack. Think Solar. But then the mystery ship teleported again, fired. At this point, the thxs realized that they wouldn't win a fight with what seemed to be a ship piloted by Nord himself. So the thxs went deep into the great storm of Jupiter to try and escape, but those hooks slowed them down, and the ship followed, still firing. But the captain of the thxs hoped that maybe Solar might choose to save them the closer they got to the heart of Jupiter, so they kept flying while being pulled back. But then, both ships just seemed to stop. No momentum, just a dead stop. And a hatch on top of that mystery ship opened, and a human climbed out. Not like one of us, but like someone from Mercury. And they didn't even have anything to protect themselves. They just walked across the chains and cut a hole in the ship and killed everyone. They didn't take nothing either. The thxs itself was left unharmed. The chain seemed to magically disconnect, but they left a single message from the captain of Nord. Tales say this so-called captain of Nord still hunts for ships in our waters, and some say the captain of Nord hunts in the rings of Saturn, waiting for good enough prey to kill. That, my children, is the story of the captain of Nord, and why we stay in the Citadel when hunting.